welcome to another informative live session of PSA powered by Global Reach. I am Supriya Acharya, Assistant Manager at Plan Study Abroad, and today we are diving into the exciting study destination of New Zealand. So let's begin by welcoming our distinguished guests of honor today. So I welcome Ms. Sraddha Mansata, Admissions and Marketing Consultant at PIHMS New Zealand, along with our vertical head for Australia and New Zealand, Ms. Minaksi Basak, to the live session today. Welcome Sraddha and Minaksi. Welcome to the session today.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So fantastic. So to our viewers, if you have any queries related to studying in New Zealand or studying in PIHMS, feel free to drop your queries in the comment section and we will try to address them live during the session. Okay, so let's begin with my first question to Sraddha. So Sraddha, could you please give us an introduction on PIHMS as an institution, and if you could also let us know about the USPs of studying in New Zealand. Over to you.
Okay. So hi Supriya, hi Minaksi. Thank you so much for arranging this session. I'm very happy to be here. And of course, more than happy to tell you about PIHMS. Now, PIHMS is the acronym for Pacific International Hotel Management School, which is of course in New Zealand. It has been around for more than 30 years now. What makes it rather unique is the fact that it was not built as a school. It was a resort, a 4-star resort that was converted into a school. So that makes us rather different from any other institute or university offering the very same programs. We like to call ourselves a hotel school, and there are only a handful of hotel schools around the world. Okay, so what is a hotel school all about? A hotel school looks like a hotel or a resort, but functions exactly like a school. So that's what we do. We offer our students an immersive learning experience in hotel management. We are rather specialized and a leading hotel management school in New Zealand. We have been, our delivery format, because we are a hotel school, is different. Our students experience an immersive learning. They are the guests of the hotel school, but they are also the management. Okay. So to give you an example, when a new student comes to school, this student will not go to the classroom. Rather, the student will go to the front desk and check in, just like a hotel check-in. And who will check him in? It's another student who is learning front office operations. So students are on both sides. They are the guests, they are the managements. They learn to receive service and give service both. So that is rather unique. And in terms of facilities, we have all the facilities of a fully operational hotel. And that is where we impart hospitality education. We have programs from a range of programs from the bachelor's degree to the master's. All of it focused on management. We don't teach cookery. So this is something you need to make a note of. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's wonderful. So I'm sure the students who are listening to us, they are making a note of it. So would you like to add something more, or should I proceed to the next question?
Well, I can go on talking about the school.
Okay, we'll come back again. Let me move on to Minaksi. So my question to Minaksi is, what makes studying in New Zealand so appealing?
Thanks for the great question, Supriya. I genuinely believe New Zealand has so much to offer as a study destination. You heard it from Shraddha as well regarding PIHMS, but as such, New Zealand as a study destination has so much to offer. And it's not, just me saying this. About 69,000 students, by the way, chose to enroll in New Zealand institutions in 2023, which speaks volume about its appeal. New Zealand offers world class education, as we know, with its universities consistently ranked among the best globally. So the degrees are internationally recognized and respected, which means it opens up opportunities for further studies or work anywhere in the world. So lots of opportunities for the students are available there. What I especially like about New Zealand is its innovative learning environment, right? So institutions focus on practical, hands-on learning. Take PHMS, for example, what Shraddha just mentioned, where students play the roles of both guests and the management. So what it and offers them, give them job-ready skills by the time they graduate, which is
Absolutely.
wonderful to have, right? Of course, no discussion about studying in New Zealand would be complete without mentioning its breathtaking landscapes, right? The country offers students endless opportunities to enjoy outdoor activities, explore its diverse nature, which I feel enhances the study experience of an international student. So it's not just within the classroom, but outside the classroom. There is so much to see. There is so much to learn. Um, in a world where safety is a major concern, it's a huge discussion right now. I can very safely say New Zealand stands out with its low crime rates and friendly, inclusive society. So it's a safe and very welcoming place for students. So parents, when they're sending their kids, young adults, they can be rest assured that they're going to a very safe environment. And let's not forget about the work opportunities. Students can work part time during the academic year and full time during the study breaks, which not only helps cover part of the living cost, but also provides valuable work experience. And I'm sure Shraddha will talk more about the internship opportunities that PIHMS has to offer. I'm not going to take the thunder away from her. Let her talk more about it. It's something that it offers to the student. The government offers, the institutions also offer these opportunities to the students in terms of kind of helping cover the living cost. Plus, New Zealand also offers the post study work opportunities, making it an even more attractive option for international students. What I've mentioned, Supriya, just a few examples how wonderful, study destination New Zealand is. But if you're interested in quality education, students and the viewers who are on this show today, then without any doubt, consider New Zealand as your destination. Reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to walk you through the admission process at New Zealand institutions. Global Reach, by the way, works with all New Zealand universities and major institutions. So feel free to reach out to us with any queries that you may have regarding New Zealand and the institutions that are there.
Thank you so much, Minakshi. I think those are very, very valid points and can't agree more. And we have already started getting questions from students. So I would like to address the first question. So this is to Shraddha. How much time is it taking nowadays to get a student visa?
Oh, wow. Now, that's a difficult one.
Yes.
So, see, normally there are two major intakes in New Zealand, but PIMS have rolling intakes. So, we have an intake in January, another one in April, followed by July, and finally September. Now, January or February, Jan Feb, end of Jan, early Feb, most programs begin in early Feb. So that is the biggest intake in New Zealand. And naturally, the immigration officers are buried under applications. And of late, the visa approval rates for some other countries, popular countries like Canada, Australia, has seen a dip in the approval rate, which has also increased the applications that are received by New Zealand. All right, a large number of them consider New Zealand because it does offer the best of both worlds, a fantastic, a very high level education at a very affordable cost. And Minakshi has already mentioned that it's a beautiful place which is why our programs work so well, because being a tourist destination, there are lots of hotels in the country. It's full of hotels. And over the last 30 years, we have formed very close ties with the industry and are closely linked with 100 odd hotels across the length and breadth of the country. And so definitely, where there are tourists, there are hotels, and it's the best place to study hotel management. So our programs are also very well balanced. We give equal importance to academic study, which is purely business and management, right? Because running a hotel is running a business. So we impart business and management education in the classroom. The practical training is given in the core departments of front office, housekeeping, and food and beverage service. The fourth core department is cookery, food production. And that is something we don't do. Because working in the kitchen and working outside the kitchen, this is a distinction that New Zealand makes. So that is left out. But our programs, like I said, academics, practical training, and industry exposure. So how do you get the industry exposure? All our programs offer a minimum 6-month full-time paid hotel internship. So students are sent to work in a star hotel for a period of 6 months, no less than that. And it is a full-time contract that they sign with the hotel, and they are all paid minimum wages, which are set by the government. So not only do students get experience from the real world, they have money in their hands. As students, they begin to recover their investment, because in 6 months' time, you can earn a good amount of money. Huge recovery takes place while you are studying.
Right. So this is indeed a wonderful opportunity, I feel, for the students. However, the question that comes to the mind is that, do students, get to sign the contract on admission, or are there any prerequisites required to get this 6-month contract for, internship?
Okay, so the paid hotel internship is an integral part of the program. It is mandatory for every single student to complete the internship to qualify. So there's no question that one will get and another will not. We will ensure that every student is properly trained before we send them out to work in a hotel. So the training is provided to us, we ready the students, and then we send them out. As a matter of fact, right now, there is a huge demand for trained hospitality personnel, and the hotels keep coming to us and asking for trained students. And that is the effort. So it is a 3-way partnership: the hotel, the school, and the student. This is the agreement that is signed by all 3 parties. So tripartite agreement. And yes, when they pass out, they get a valid certificate to show that they have New Zealand experience in a star hotel for 6 months. So not just a global qualification, but global experience as well.
Okay, thank you so much, Shraddha. That is insightful, and I think students who are listening, they will understand how good opportunity this is for any student. So we are getting more questions. The next question is, I'm interested in pursuing culinary arts but don't have a background in hotel management. Any learning opportunities available for me at PIHMS?
Well, we don't teach cookery, so if that is what you want to learn, there's nothing that we can help you with. But if you are already a graduate, having learned culinary arts in your hotel management program here in India, you can come to us for a Master of Hotel Management. Because if you are a chef or have dreams or have a goal to open your own restaurant, you're bound to need management experience and business education. So there we can definitely help you. But actual cookery, no, I'm afraid not. We have a master chef who's in charge of cooking, and at best you learn a little bit about menu planning or pricing, some aspects of kitchen management. But again, focus is on management and not cookery.
Okay, okay. So, whoever has asked the question, please make a note and reach out to us if you would like to know more. Okay?
I'm sure Supriya and Global Reach, their team can help you find an institute that would give you the program.
Yes. So that's what we do, and that's what the reason we are there. We are representing the New Zealand institutions who are also offering culinary arts programs. So in case you are interested, feel free to reach out to us. Okay, let's move on to the next question from my end. That is, what kind of support, this is to Sraddha again, what kind of support does PIHMS offer to ensure the students are well prepared for the job market? You have already explained, but if you could give us some more, inputs on that.
Of course, I will add a bit to that. Now, like I said, our programs are balanced programs, and it's not just academic. We give students hard skills and soft skills, preparing them for the hospitality industry. So by hard skills, I mean training in the core departments. And because we are a hotel school, we have the facilities, we have the infrastructure, we have 150 twin sharing rooms. Each one is like a hotel room where students live. So how do you learn housekeeping? By today, if I am servicing your room, tomorrow you may be servicing mine. So it's hands-on training. You're not learning from textbooks. You're not learning through demonstrations. All students have meals on campus, and food and beverage services taught right there. The students who are doing their academic study become the guests, and the students who are doing their operations training are the management. They are the ones who will be taking care of the service for the day. All right. Similarly, front office, this example I've already given you. When a new student comes, they would go up to the front office and they would be checked in by another student who is learning the software for guest service management. So it's hands-on training. And because our training is superior, the outcome is superior. All right. Our students do very well in the industry. In fact, because they are so well trained, they hit the ground running from day one.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, could you please let us know about the employability rate for, if you could, give a brief to the students.
Okay, talking about employability. Now, our bachelor's degree programs have 2 paid internships, one in year 1 for 6 months, another in year 2 for 6 months. Our PG, diploma, and master's program also have paid internships in the last 6 months of the program. So again, it's a 6-month paid internship. Now, Supriya, 6 months is a long enough time for a student to showcase his skills, to show what he can do. And because the industry needs trained people, every so often the student who has gone for an internship ends up getting a full-time job offer from the very same property. So we have to do very little, very little. Sometimes even for graduation, students are unable to come to collect their parchment because they're working. They've already got a full-time job. So PIHMS has a very good track record, above 90%. I think it's almost 100% at this point in time. All students get a full-time job. Not just that. our students get promoted much faster than any other student. So within a year, they would be promoted to supervisory management positions. And that means they are on their way to PR in case they want to. Yeah, but employment is no big deal. Students definitely find employment after the paid internship that we provide.
Okay, so I think that's wonderful. And what better return on investment can a student expect? I mean, after they complete their studies, if they are getting a placement, getting promoted within a year, I mean, that's the best scenario a student can expect. Yeah. So, Minakshi, would you like to add something onto that?
I think Shraddha is the expert, and she has spoken, which is that's why initially when I mentioned I like their the approach that New Zealand education takes, which is very hands-on, because just classroom learning is not going to help anyone nowadays, right? It's we have to our education system has to change with time, right? So which I really like what New Zealand does. They train you while you're learning, you're studying, they train you for the job market, which is essential, because once you are out there, you need to work, you need to have those skills ready, instead of then going ahead and doing some certification or anything else. You've already learned it while you're wherever you've been studying in New Zealand. So I think that really adds a lot of value, not just to the students, of course, to the employers as well, right? So wherever the
Definitely.
graduates of PIHMS they go, they are absolutely ready to take on the job that is going to be presented to them, and they're not just going to be trainees. They have been trainees while they've been studying. Now they are working as full-time professionals.
Meenakshi, our master's students, some of them get promoted while they are on internship. So it's
That
quite
is
amazing, you know?
wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of options and opportunities available, as I see.
And tourism is a growing sector. We all know that in the last decade, it has grown phenomenally. All right. So, in a world of 8 billion people, 1.2 billion people are traveling. And each person who travels needs a place to stay, food to eat, mode of transport, some recreation. So, if tourism grows, hospitality has to grow, cannot but grow. And that is the situation. Both sectors are doing very well across the world. So, jobs are very much there. These are
Absolutely.
career oriented programs.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Yeah.
Shraddha.
Thanks to both of you. Now, another question from a student. Ma'am, besides internship, are we also allowed to do part-time job? Can I get enough opportunity in New Plymouth? That's the question.
Okay. So, part time job all international students can do. They are allowed to do up to 20 hours a week during study period, and they can work up to 40 hours a week. That is full time work during scheduled vacations. All right. So, this is the standard, this is the pattern, this is the norm. It will be printed on your e visa. So, you are absolutely legally safe if you take up a part-time job, for 20 hours. That's no problem. Of course, we tell our students that during the week, Monday to Friday, focus on your studies and do your part-time over the weekend. This is something we tell our students all the time. Let me also add here that even when you are on a paid hotel internship, we have already arranged for you to work for 30 to 40, 45 hours a week. At that time, during that period, if you want to do an additional 20 hours, there's no problem. So, technically, legally, you can do 40 plus 20, 60 hours a week during your internship. So, that's an amazing opportunity. You could work in the very same hotel, perhaps in a different department or whatever you like. So, part time work in New Plymouth. Okay. So, New Plymouth is not as big as Auckland. Uh, Auckland is the biggest city in New Zealand, and I think you would perhaps know that. In the regions, of course, the opportunities would be lesser than Auckland, but that is not to say that they are non-existent. you would have to look for the part-time job yourself. We will help you with the paid hotel internship for sure. That is our responsibility. Part-time, you would have to look for it. But yes, opportunities are there. You may not get it in the first week itself, but you would sooner rather than later. It's all about networking, finding out what opportunities are available, etc., etc.
So I believe once they reach, please go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Supriya. I'll just add something to what Shraddha has just mentioned that, you may not get it in the first week. And in fact, during our pre-departure also, Shraddha, we mention it to the students and we kind of, we just guide them. The rest is, of course, their decision. But we always ask them that, when they arrive there during orientation, definitely attend the orientation. And the first semester, try and, kind of get your foothold. Thereafter, start looking
Yes,
at your part-time work
yes,
because you are already
yes,
showing funds for your living expenses. You are covered that way. Most important thing is your education. That's the reason why you're going there. Your grades are very important. So you need to focus on learning. Part-time jobs will
absolutely.
happen
I agree.
thereafter. So
I
that's
agree.
we always kind of, guide our students as well during pre-departure.
Yes, see, it is a different education system. You need to settle down. You need to uh, unlearn some things and relearn some stuff. So, until you've settled down, don't go looking for a part time job. Just give yourself a little breather, just give yourself a little time. Once you are settled, you will hear about the opportunities if you just keep your ear to the ground.
Absolutely. Enjoy the
Oh,
place. I
yes,
think many times as
yes,
international students, we get so much, engrossed in it that
yeah,
we forget to have fun. Whereas, places like New Zealand, New Plymouth, and Auckland, wherever you go in New Zealand, so much it has to offer to you. If you do not take
absolutely.
advantage of that, then I
Yeah.
feel, not really taking in on the full experience of,
Yes, yes.
getting an international student experience.
I couldn't agree more because if you've left your own country, you've gone overseas, get the full experience, of studying abroad. You're meeting people from different countries. Make friends, learn about them, learn about their culture, learn about the country that you are in. There's a lot that you need to, you can do rather than focus on the part time work. Of course, you may do it, and of course, you probably will. Most
Mm,
students do. That's a reality.
right.
But with PIMS, let me remind you one more time that we will be giving you paid hotel internship as a part of your program. So already you have a huge opportunity to recover a large chunk of your investment. So don't worry, don't stress. Things will fall in place.
Right. And I think it'll help them to focus on the PIMS, also the, work opportunity that's offering, because that is where more networking can happen,
Hmm.
right? Which will help them later on also once they graduate,
Absolutely.
finding the
Absolutely.
right kind of jobs that they
Correct.
want, their
Correct.
respective
Yeah.
fields.
True.
Thank you, Shraddha.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Sabrina.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks to both of you. So we have got another question. And the question is, are there any specialization options within the hotel management program?
Okay, so see, as the name suggests, it is all about management. Okay, whether you're managing a particular department or you are a general manager. So you are really, it's all about managing a team, managing resources, managing money. So, of course, the core departments I've already mentioned are front office, food and beverage service, as well as housekeeping. So you could work in any of these, but these are the core departments. Let me tell you that running a hotel is running a business. So definitely any hotel will also have a sales and marketing team, an HR team, an IT team, repair and maintenance team. All these departments are there. So you can potentially, our students do that all the time. Join the sales and marketing team if you want to pursue marketing. That's quite all right. That's absolutely fine. Okay, so you can very easily move from one department to another. It's not a problem at all. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
In fact, the business skills are transferable. Management skills are transferable. If you learned hotel management, tomorrow, if you have to, use the same skills in a completely different service sector, again, no problem. You've got the soft skills. You've learned all about it. You've got the knowledge that you need. You will not struggle. You'll be quite okay. Yeah, and make a success of it. If you want to start your own business, again, no problem. We train our students to be future managers or entrepreneurs. That is our goal. That is our objective.
Right. Thank you, Shraddha. I think students are understanding the points, the valuable information that you are sharing, and they would be reaching out to us very soon so that they can, start their journey with PIHMS. So that brings me to the next question from my end. Say a student wants to join PIHMS, then which time is perfect? Like how long they can beforehand in advance they can start with the process, and do you have any deadlines for each intake that you have at PIHMS?
Okay. All right. So PIMS have 4 intakes in a year, rolling intakes. If you miss one, there's always another one round the corner. For that reason, we don't have deadlines as such. If you have missed one, we will give you, an offer letter for the next intake. For degree, we have 2 intakes, one in Jan, one in July. But for PG and Masters, we have 4, Jan, Feb, April, July, and September. However, we still tell the student that you need to start prep in advance, because you need that much time to get a student visa. Without a visa, you cannot come to New Zealand and study. And New Zealand rules and regulations are very different from several other countries. And it's best that you meet your counselor at Global Reach early. Have a session with a counselor. Try to understand what is needed. All right, you have to prepare the funds. There is a lot that you have to look into, and Global Reach will tell you exactly what you need to do and how you need to do it. Okay, so trust them for that part of your journey, and you will not have any regrets. You'll be at PIMS soon, before you know it, you'll have reached and started your program.
Yes, so the 4 intakes that you have, that is a very big advantage for any student, because in case you are not getting your visa for the current intake, you can still have the option of joining the next intake, as they already have up to 4 intakes in a year. So you do not, lose out on 6 months or a year's time because you have not got a visa. So though it takes a bit time for a New Zealand visa, but still you have the opportunity that you can join in the current session itself and pursue your dreams. So both New Zealand and PIHMS are great platforms for a student to build its career. And thanks to Sraddha for sharing such information with us. So moving on, we have one more question, very important topic. That's, are there scholarships available for Indian students? What is the application process for these? How could we miss scholarship?
Okay, yeah, that's true. Scholarship is a very important question, and every student wants to know if it's available. So our program is rather nicely structured, that includes a paid internship. Okay, so when you are already recovering a large part of your investment, there is no real need for a scholarship, and we don't often have offer a scholarship. This is the reason why, because you will recover money. Okay, however, For the September intake for PG and Masters and for the January intake, we do have an accommodation scholarship. All right. Now, our accommodation is the best in New Zealand because rooms are like hotel rooms. Okay. Large and airy, spacious, fully carpeted, wall to wall carpeting, bed linen, bath linen provided, attached bath, meals are included, 3 meals are served in the restaurant. You have a heated swimming pool, tennis court, outdoor chess. I mean, there's a lot. So, accommodation is already very, very comfortable and very reasonably priced. Okay. So, even though you have to show 20,000 living expenses, you're actually paying, if you're staying at PIMS, you will end up paying only 10,500 for 12 months. Okay. So, the rest of it is just show money because 10,500 includes meals. Okay. Now, with the scholarship, that will be halved. This is, we are doing this because we can. It is our way to support students and help them to come to New Zealand. So, 10,500 in the Jan intake will be halved. It will be 5,250, which is a steal. Yes, that is inclusive of meals, and this is for 12 months. This is what we are offering in this intake and the first intake of the year, January.
Superb. I mean, the accommodation scholarship is a really, really unique one, I would say. Not all institutions do offer an accommodation scholarship as such. And I'm sure that makes the students excited about PIHMS. Okay, so apart from this, since we are talking about scholarships, there's another aspect that we have not covered, and that is the post-study work visa for students. So I would like to, also throw some light on that, taking your help. So Sraddha and Minaksi, both of you, if you could give a brief to the students.
Okay. So if they do a 3-year bachelor's degree, anywhere, any stream, you will be entitled to apply for a 3-year post-study work visa. All right. If you do the master's program, once again, you will be entitled to a 3-year post-study work visa. However, if you take up the postgraduate diploma, that comes down to 1 year. All right. So PSW is available, and it gives students the opportunity to, settle down, rise in their career, do well for themselves before they return to their home country. Or, they may return, they may not return. If they qualify for PR, by all means, it's very doable, it's very possible. The point system allows them to, our programs are structured in a way that allows them to get the number of points they need. So that also is not such a big deal. It's quite easy. Of course, you have to work hard. Just because it's hotel management, you can't take it very lightly. It is a serious program, but not rocket science. Yeah. You need to have the right attitude and work hard because it is a service sector. You need the soft skills and you need the, knowledge.
Yeah, so the platform is there. You're given the opportunity. Now the rest, some work has to go from your end also. And if you can put your hard work into it, then no one can stop you from being successful. So that's what it is. So one more question we have got, and this is the last question we are taking for the session. What support does PIHMS offer to help international students adapt to life in New Zealand? Are there any student clubs or communities for Indian students? Over to you, Sraddha.
For Indian students or international students?
Indian students, it's mentioned specifically.
Well, there are many Indian students on the campus, so you can make a whole lot of friends there. There is a vibrant Indian community in New Zealand. It's a sizable community, so you will make friends for sure. The student council organizes events from time to time, and there are clubs. There is a lot of stuff going on. There are a whole lot of activities in New Plymouth and other parts of New Zealand too. See, New Zealand is a small country. You can travel extensively if you are so inclined. Auckland itself has a very large Indian community, but opportunities are plenty. And when you have gone from India to New Zealand, you would also want to know more about the Kiwi culture. So you will have opportunities for both. There are events, there are theme parties. All this happens very routinely at the campus itself. So yeah, you will not be bored for a minute. We are located in a very beautiful place. We have the Mount Taranaki, which is 35 kilometers from the school, and we have the West Coast, some of the most beautiful beaches in New Zealand. You can actually go skiing in the morning and sailing in the afternoon. That's a fact.
Okay.
So plenty to do. There's a 14-kilometer coastal walkway in New Plymouth. So you can go cycling, jogging, running, whatever you want to. Yeah.
So there's a lot to do in New Zealand. You will not get bored for sure.
Yeah.
So, okay then, thank you so much, Shraddha. It was wonderful discussing these opportunities with you about PIHMS and New Zealand. And I would like to now request you to share your closing remarks before we can close the session.
Closing remarks. Okay. All I'd say is that if you are a person who likes interacting with people, then this is a wonderful field. You will not be bored. You will meet people from different backgrounds, okay, different cultures, and it's quite amazing. You may even get to travel if your property has got a pre-opening. If you are part of a pre-opening team, again, that is a whole new experience that you get. So opportunities are plenty. You will not regret. You can travel the world. Even if you don't want to stay back in New Zealand, after some time, once you have your PR or citizenship, you can just head out anywhere and you will still get a job. Tourism and hospitality are two sectors that are flourishing, that are doing very well. It's a robust industry. You need to put in your bit as well. You need to work hard at it. That goes without saying. Yeah. The world opens up. And if you get bored with hospitality, because the focus is on business and management, you can get into any business of your choice. Yeah. Any service sector, you will be in huge demand by the service sector, meaning you will get job offers from retail and banking and real estate. All manners of service sectors will want you because you are trained for the service sector, right? Customer service, that is, customer is king. If you have understood this, then you will be successful anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Shraddha. We look forward to having you again in one of such sessions to discuss more about PIHMS. Thank you.
Thanks so much. Thanks for arranging. Thanks, Minaksi.
Your closing remarks, Minaksi. Thank you for joining.
Sure. I think my closing remarks would be I'm so excited about PIHMS that you never know, I could be your next student, right?
Age no bar. Please come.
I'm not that old, but yes, thank you.
I second that, it makes you real excited. Absolutely.
That's not what I meant. But
No, definitely. I think I mean, I've heard from you. I've also seen, the website. I've not had a chance to visit it yet, but I'm sure in the near future. But it really sounds wonderful. Those students who have the appetite for this industry, I think PIHMS is the place to go. Also, in general, all of you have heard how wonderful New Zealand is, and a lot of options and opportunities are available for you, not just in New Zealand. Once you get these transferable skills, you can actually go to Switzerland, you can go to any other place also to work, and your options are unlimited. Admissions are still open for the next intake. PHMS is wonderful because they have rolling intake, so you're not wasting any time. But the admission for the other universities and institutions are also open for the next intake, so please reach out to us. Also, I would like to share with all of the viewers who are here, if you want to, again, virtually meet Sraddha from PIHMS and other New Zealand universities to learn more about their programs, scholarships, and the admission process, then please join us on 19th of September 2024 between 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time, and attend Global Reaches New Zealand Virtual Fair, where we have a lot of institutions joining us, where you will get the opportunity to meet them, talk with them one on one, learn about their programs. For example, the student who just inquired about culinary program, we do have Lake Blow who's joining us as well. So you'll get to meet them, talk, ask questions about their programs, and also how to put in an application. So please contact your nearest Global Reach office, or if you have a designated counselor, we'll be able to provide you the joining link. Thank you so much, Shraddha, for your time today, and our audience have been wonderful with the great questions. Thanks for joining us, and thank you, Supriya and the PSA team, for arranging this wonderful platform. And we hope to see all of our viewers soon in New Zealand. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and it's a pleasure to host both of you. And to the audience, I would like to also let you know that we are also available virtually at the PSA platform. We have our virtual offices, which you can reach out anytime just by logging into our website, which is www.planstudyabroad.com. So stay tuned for such sessions and more information and updates. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.
bye bye.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.